Thank you, Richard. Sitting next to these gentlemen here, I feel very daunting. I just find a very powerful group of individuals. And that's how I felt 3 years ago when I took the plunge and said, I've got to go online. I did not know anything about a website. I went around and everyone told me the doomster stories. Everyone told me how they wasted money. Everyone told me how they spend all your life. They're outdated before you start. But in the end, the words that I was hearing from people is, if you didn't go online, you're left behind. Now, you've got to remember, four years ago, we just enjoyed 18% growth in our business. We're very profitable, opening new shops, and it all looked rosy. This year, when we do our financials, we'll probably find that our turnover will be backwards 5% if we took out online. Wages have gone up 5%. Rents have gone up 5%. We're lucky that we have a very good relationship with our suppliers. We're getting better buying, so we'll improve our margins, but we cannot rest on our laurels. Richard, I met him about a year ago. I got invited by my accountant to come and listen to speak. He'd just come back from his sabbatical trip to Europe and just come, and he's fresh. And I sort of sat there and listened to him, and I thought, So yeah, another one going on. So I'd heard him for the last couple of years. But Richard persisted with me, and he kept talking to me and listening to me, and he wasn't judgmental, and that was great. We went online 18 months ago. I knew the day we went online that it was outdated, the plan. Now, I just spent 25 grand investing on a website. I know that's not much in a lot of your view, but it's a lot of money from a retailer's point of view. Basically, money taken away from wages or whatever else. It was out of date, spent another 5 grand within the 6 months trying to update it. It's always out of date. Do you know what I mean? And there needs to be systems, there needs to be a smarter way of doing it. Richard's book, I've sat and read it, and I understand it sort of, but I don't fully understand it. I am more than happy to have a mentor like Richard to hold my hand, to talk to me. Look, I consider myself a fairly good business person. I was a farm advisor for 10 years. Work with a bank, understand cash flows, understand financials, back to front. But in the new world, the changing world, or what we'll call the new retail space, I cannot survive by myself. I need people to help. These gentlemen here, each one of them I would have talked to, and I would have been scared about the bill they were going to give me if I talked to them. I would have been too scared. And they have a lot to offer me, just sitting there listening to you guys, and I've been to a couple of forums with Richard, and I really can see the merits in it. But I said to Richard at the end of one of them, I added up the bill that I would have got from each of them if I talked to them, and I'd be broke. Do you know what I mean? So I think there is a really good future in retail. I believe that Stride Shoes will land in a really good retail space. And the interesting part is, I believe it, but our customer is a mature customer. Our average customer would be 45 years of age, and they've probably been buying from us for a long time. We have a 35,000 mailing list, but our future growth is online. And interesting enough, for the trade we're losing here, it's all going east. We're selling to the eastern states. Now, who would have believed that a small retailer from West Australia would be selling into the east? And people go, well, why aren't they buying locally? Because the customer is time poor and they are not willing to wait. Basically, they get instant results, and somehow we fluked it and got it right, and we're experimenting. But I see the potential just huge. So I'll be the first one to sign up for this program. I'm excited. It's quite daunting as a retailer sitting in an office thinking, how am I going to do it next? And we're in a fortunate situation. We're debt-free. We understand our business, and it's still daunting. I'm more than happy to walk hand in hand with people like Richard, all these gentlemen, and whoever else wants to work with the retailers. Because retail will be here, will be the future. It is a big employer. It is not about to disappear, but we need to be smarter rather than work harder. Thank you.